The evolution of warfare, past to present. Did you know that in the past 3,000 years, there have been only about 240 years of peace in recorded human history? Warfare has shaped civilizations, collapsed empires, and driven technological advancements that still impact us today. But how has warfare evolved from spears and swords to drones and cyber warfare? And what does the future of conflict look like? Warfare has been an inescapable part of human history, from tribal skirmishes in the ancient world to the mass destruction of modern global conflicts. With each passing century, the rules, strategies, and technologies of war have changed, but one thing remains constant: the drive to dominate the battlefield and outmatch the enemy. From the phalanxes of ancient Greece to the trench warfare of World War I, and from nuclear deterrence in the Cold War to the cyber battles of today, war has evolved in ways that continue to shape the world we live in. But what were the defining moments in this transformation? And how has the nature of warfare changed throughout history? Today, we explore the evolution of warfare, from past to present. The biggest challenge in understanding the evolution of warfare is that it's not just about weapons, it's about strategy, technology, and human psychology. Some key questions arise. How have advancements in weapons changed the way battles are fought? Why do strategies from thousands of years ago still influence modern warfare? And perhaps the most pressing question, has war actually become deadlier, or just different? While history often focuses on battles and victories, the true transformation of warfare lies in how humans have adapted to conflict. Let's break down the key phases of warfare and how they shaped history. 1. Ancient warfare. Strength in numbers. The earliest forms of warfare were tribal conflicts and hand-to-hand combat, where raw strength and numbers often determined victory. Ancient Mesopotamian and Egyptian armies used chariots, bows, and spears in battle formations. The Greek phalanx and Roman legions revolutionized organized combat, using tight formations and tactical discipline. The shift from individual combat to large, structured armies laid the groundwork for warfare as we know it today. 2. Medieval warfare, the age of castles and cavalry. The rise of knights, castles, and sieges defined medieval warfare. Armies relied on heavy cavalry, fortified defenses, and the longbow, which changed battle dynamics. Siege tactics became critical, as armies sought to starve or destroy cities rather than face open-field battles. This period saw the balance between offense and defense shift, forcing military leaders to develop new tactics. 3. Gunpowder warfare, the rise of firearms. The introduction of gunpowder in the 14th century revolutionized warfare. Muskets and cannons rendered traditional armor obsolete and changed battlefield formations. The shift from hand-to-hand combat to ranged warfare allowed for mass armies and larger battlefields. The Napoleonic Wars, 1803 to 1815, demonstrated how military strategy and logistics became just as important as firepower. 4. Industrial warfare. Mass destruction begins. The 19th and 20th centuries saw an explosion in military innovation. Machine guns, tanks, and aerial warfare. World War I, 1914 to 1918, introduced trench warfare, where battles were won through attrition rather than direct engagement. World War II, 1939 to 1945, saw the rise of total war, where entire nations mobilized, and technologies like aircraft carriers, ballistic missiles, and atomic bombs reshaped military strategy. This period marked the deadliest conflicts in history, where war no longer meant just soldiers on a battlefield, but entire populations becoming targets. Perhaps the biggest turning point in warfare came in 1945 with the dropping of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. For the first time in history, a single weapon had the power to end civilization, This ushered in the Cold War era, where wars were no longer about direct battles, but about nuclear deterrence and geopolitical maneuvering. But while nuclear weapons changed the rules of global conflict, the 21st century brought another major shift: cyber warfare and drone technology. Today, wars are fought not just on the battlefield, but through cyber attacks, misinformation, and economic warfare. Nations now use AI-driven weapons, surveillance drones, and cyber operations to cripple enemies without firing a single bullet. Warfare has gone from swords to cyber, but one question remains: what comes next? The evolution of warfare has been shaped by technological advancements, strategic innovations, and the shifting landscape of global power. From the battlefields of ancient Rome to modern drone warfare, history shows that war isn't just about destruction, it's about who can adapt the fastest. As we move further into the age of artificial intelligence and cyber conflicts, the future of warfare may be fought in ways we can't yet imagine. Will wars of the future be fought with AI-controlled weapons, space-based military platforms, or even autonomous robotic soldiers? Only time will tell. What do you think? Has warfare truly evolved for the better, or has it just become more dangerous? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're interested in learning more about military history, ancient battles, or futuristic warfare, tell us. We may create a dedicated playlist on this topic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore history's greatest battles with us. Thanks for watching.